Known for its glamour, breathtaking landscapes and unmatched art of living, the French Riviera is a dream destination for travelers from around the world. Whether you are in search of idyllic beaches, picturesque villages, delicious cuisine or cultural discoveries, this sunny region in the south of France has it all to captivate you. In this episode, we present the places we have discovered and you can draw inspiration from them to plan your own trip. If you want to immerse yourself even more in the captivating blend of Mediterranean glamour, local traditions and spectacular coastal panoramas, with a detailed account of our daily activities and historical explanations, we invite you to explore the 14 films that showcase these days, the links of which we will find in the description. In this guide, we will explore the iconic gems of the region, such as Nice, Cannes, Monaco, Saint-Tropez, and many others, as well as lesser-known hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Whether you are an adventure-seeking traveler, a relaxation enthusiast, or a curious cultural explorer, this guide will provide you with all the essential information to create lasting memories along the French Riviera. Get ready for an unforgettable travel experience, to get lost in colorful alleyways, to swim in crystal clear waters, and to succumb to the timeless charm of this region. Welcome to the southeast of France for a discovery of the magnificent French Riviera. And we suggest starting this journey in the city of Antibes. Head towards the ramparts, located along the seafront, to admire a magnificent view of the azure waters. You can continue your path on the small square that runs alongside the Picasso Museum, where you can explore the museum dedicated to the artist or simply discover artworks installed in the streets. You will also find the Church of Our Lady of the Assumption. Continue your visit through the adjacent and shaded alleyways such as Rue Saint-Esprit, Rue des Arceaux and Place Révélie. Head to Porte Vauban to discover the Saint-Jean Bastion and the Grand Statue of Nomad. From there, you can also catch a glimpse of the Square Fort, which we highly recommend visiting. Next, explore the Place Nationale in Antibes, where you can discover the Statue of the Lovers. End your day with a walk along the Tirpoil Trail that runs along the majestic coastline of Cap d'Antibes. You can also enjoy the beaches and, for water sport enthusiasts, indulge in a paddleboarding session. A jewel of the French Riviera, nestled between the sparkling Mediterranean Sea and lush green hills, a visit to Nice is a must. Start your day by visiting the Orthodox Church, the St. Nicholas Cathedral of Nice, which is one of the most important outside of Russia. It's simply splendid. Next, you can make your way to the Basilica of Our Lady of the Assumption, which draws inspiration from the cathedrals of Paris and Angers. The meeting point for locals, Place Masséna, is recognizable by its red facade, the Fountain of the Sun, and its black and white paving. Explore the old town and head towards the hill. Discover the Castle Cemetery and the Jewish Cemetery. Then take a moment to admire the magnificent view of the Bay of Angels from the niche terrace. You can also explore the archaeological excavations in the Castle Park and enjoy the stunning artificial waterfall of Casteux. Head to the Belenda Tower and descend towards the Quai Robert-Capeux to discover the famous I Love Nice sign. Finish with a leisurely stroll along the famous Promenade des Anglais. Near Nice, visit Villefranche-sur-Mer, where you can discover the Citadel at the entrance of the town and 4 small museums free of charge. Explore the old town, visit the Saint-Michel Church, stroll down Rue du Vallon and admire the ancient wash house. This charming village offers delightful Italian Provençal streets to wander through. End your day with a drink at the small port of La Santé at the foot of the old town, which provides a rather pleasant setting. Perched on a picturesque hill in the French Riviera, the medieval village of Saint-Paul-de-Vence invites you on a journey back in time. It's the perfect place for those seeking charm, art, and history in the heart of Provence. As you stroll through its cobbled streets, you'll discover stone houses, shaded arcades, and secret gardens that evoke a romantic and authentic atmosphere. Saint-Paul-de-Vence has long been a popular destination for artists, attracting personalities such as Marc Chagall, Henri Matisse, and Pablo Picasso. By ascending to the village's ramparts, you'll be rewarded with a spectacular panoramic view of the surroundings. The nearby Gorges du Loup offer incredible hiking opportunities, with trails winding through rocky ravines, waterfalls, and lush forests. Adventure enthusiasts can also take advantage to the proximity to the gorges for activities like rock climbing and canyoning. Nestled in the hills of the French Riviera, the village of Tourette-sur-Loup invites you to an enchanting getaway in the heart of Provence. Explore the workshops of local artisans and discover traditional craftsmanship. The village is also known as the City of Violets, with its fields of fragrant flowers scattered across the surrounding hills. Perched on a dizzying cliff, the village of Gourdon is a must-visit for those who enjoy breathtaking panoramas and a medieval atmosphere. Overlooking the Principality of Monaco at over 1,000 meters, the village of La Turbie is like a balcony suspended above Monte Carlo, and we recommend visiting it to admire the view of the city. Monaco is renowned for its luxury, glamour, and sophisticated lifestyle. Nestled between the mountains and the Mediterranean Sea, it's a small gem where the typical streets of the city blend classicism, baroque, and modernity. Head towards the famous Monte Carlo Casino, crossing the gardens of the Société des Bains de Mer. The casino welcomes you with a marble atrium composed of 28 columns. Near the Portier roundabout, discover the sculpture by Christian Mass, a McLaren F1. Make your way to the Japanese garden, offering an exotic journey to the land of the rising sun within the Principality. Monaco Sport Hercules is a natural bay located at the foot of the ancestral rock of the Princess of Monaco. It's certainly one of the most luxurious in Europe. Built into the side of the rock, the Oceanographic Museum was created by Prince Albert I. With over 6,500 square meters open to the public, the museum now presents more than 6,000 specimens. Just nearby is the Saint Martin Garden, facing the Mediterranean, where you will discover a bronze statue of Prince Albert I, the navigating prince. Head towards the Prince Palace, the official residence of the Prince of Monaco since 1287. Below the palace is the Fontvieille district and its port, where you can end your day with a dinner. If there is one thing not to be missed in Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, it's the Villa Ephrussi. You will discover 9 gardens there: a Spanish garden, Florentine, stone, Japanese, rose, exotic, Provençal, and a French garden, each more beautiful than the last. As for the visit of the villa itself, it will immerse you in the life of Béatrice Ephrussi. After this magical visit, of which you can watch a detailed film, link in the description, you can explore the town's harbour and then relax for a while on the Paloma beach before heading to the town's lighthouse to admire a stunning sunset. The Provençal Market in Antibes is a perfect place to start your morning. We recommend having breakfast at Les Filles du Micocoulier, where you will receive a friendly welcome and enjoy delicious crepes. Afterward, you can head to Juan-les-Pins Beach to relax. Take a drive to the Valençol Plateau to admire a magnificent sunset over the lavender fields. On your way, you can stop by a small olive oil producer, and we also recommend taking a break at the Sillans waterfall which is simply enchanting and splendid. For lovers of typical Provençal landscapes, you will find your happiness on the Valensole Plateau. For lovers of beautiful and atypical stories, we highly recommend visiting Mandelieu-la-Napoule, especially its castle, which was purchased by the Cluses and renovated over 20 years. You will discover a neo-medieval style castle, 4 magnificent gardens, and above all, the story of Henry and Mary Cluse. It's a captivating and immersive visit. Afterward, we suggest having a drink by the sea at a small bar that offers a beautiful view of the castle. Head to the beach of La Raguette and take a stroll along the sea, passing by the Napoule Castle. Well known among hikers, Notre-Dame d'Afrique is a pilgrimage site for French repatriates from Algeria. It's a reinvented replica of the famous Black Virgin of the Basilica of Notre-Dame d'Alger, and it took 24 years of work before its inauguration in 2014. Definitely worth a visit. Finally, you can end your day in Juan-les-Pins, enjoying a meal or dinner by the sea. Grasse is the world capital of perfumes. Every year, in July and August, the city organizes scented siestas. You can find sun loungers in various locations around the city, such as in the museum garden. In the place of the 24th August, you'll find some of these loungers arranged in a small green setting in the center of the square. Visit Notre-Dame-du-Puy Cathedral and discover the War Memorial inaugurated in 1928. Explore the old town, and starting from early May, you'll find 2,800 pink umbrellas installed in the narrow streets. We recommend visiting the Fragonard Museum, which has free entry. You can also discover the Museum of Jewelry and later enjoy a free guided tour of the Fragonard factory. Head to Mougins, a town that has mainly developed around art and gastronomy. Picasso lived there towards the end of his life. One unique feature of the town is that it is built on a spiral shape. Take a break in Place Roger Verger and indulge in an excellent almond ice cream. The atmosphere is peaceful and you'll feel like strolling around, enjoying the well-maintained village and relaxed atmosphere. You can end your day in Antibes, either on the beach or like us by going paddleboarding. Biot is famous in the region for its blonde bubble glass, so it's only natural to start your day with a visit of the glass works, where you can admire the glass brewers at work. Biot may be less known than Saint-Paul-de-Vence, but it's equally charming and it's a pleasure to stroll around. You can also visit the Fernand Léger National Museum, which focuses on ceramics. Afterwards, explore the streets of the old village, which mainly consist of small shaded alleyways, a real delight during the summer heat. Discover the Place des Arcades, one of the most famous and pleasant squares in Biot. It's worth noting that this square was the headquarters of the Templars. The Sainte-Marie-Madeleine Church is nestled at the end of the Place des Arcades, in the heart of the historic village. End your day with a walk in Juan-les-Pins and enjoy the street jazz, have dinner with your feet in the sand, and perhaps have a drink at the iconic Pam Pam with its Brazilian dancers. Located on the Saint-Roch Peninsula in Antibes, the Square Fort is built on a rock that rises 26 meters above sea level. Take a stroll in the protected 4 hectares park surrounding the fort, which showcases typical Mediterranean fauna and flora. The visit to the fort costs €3 per person, and it's definitely worth it. Don't miss the highly informative guided tour. Next, head to the Chapel of La Garoupe, a site with a long-standing spiritual vocation. Nearby, you will find the lighthouse that stands at an altitude of 103 meters. It's one of the most powerful lighthouses on the Mediterranean coast. After this fascinating day of exploration, you can, like us, choose to go out to the sea to the Cap d'Antibes and enjoy the sunset on your stand-up paddleboard. Head to Fréjus and discover the Villa Aurelienne surrounded by a 23-hectare park. Next, explore the ruins of the Roman theatre and the Episcopal Group, which consists of 2 churches, a baptistery, an episcopal palace, and a cloister. Another point of interest after visiting the old town is the port of Fréjus, where you can take a stroll, have a drink, or enjoy an ice cream. Saint-Égulphe Beach is one of the largest beaches in the Esterel French Riviera region. We recommend making a quick stop at the Villepépont for a walk before heading to Saint-Raphaël. From the former village quarter, where the local farmers lived, narrow and shaded alleys still remain, constituting the old town. Discover the Romanesque church and its watchtower. The Basilica of Our Lady of Victory is located in the Old Port district. Take a stroll along the sea on the Promenade des Bains. For those who wish, enjoy a beach break on the Veilla Beach, which is the largest sandy beach in Saint-Raphaël. And finally, explore the Bonaparte Garden, which overlooks the bay and the Old Port with its 20,000 square meters of gardens. Sainte-Maxime is a beautiful seaside town in the French Riviera. It's known for its long sandy beaches, charming harbour, and its famous promenade Simon-Laurière, which, it must be admitted, is very enjoyable. Port Grimaud is a lakefront town located in the Gulf of Saint-Tropez. A haven of peace, this village is worth a visit when you are in the area. The town is only accessible by boat or on foot. Don't miss the Saint Francis of Assisi church and its view. This church is open to the public and access to the roof costs €1, but it provides a panoramic view of Port Grimaud as well as Sainte-Maxime and Saint-Tropez after climbing its 96 steps. There are 1,000 reasons to love the little provincial Venice. Take a stroll along the canals, take a boat ride, admire the colors of the town, and you will understand why once you have visited it. Overlooking the village on its hill, the citadel of Saint-Tropez was built between 1602 and 1608 to protect against pirate attacks. Today, it houses a maritime history museum which retraces the epic journey of the sailors from Saint-Tropez who sailed on all the seas of the world. The port of Saint-Tropez is the iconic place of the town, and we recommend starting your visit here. It has become the must-visit marina on the French Riviera. One of its iconic establishments is Café Sénéquier, which has been located on the port since 1930. In Saint-Tropez, you can discover the 4 towers that surround the bay, the neighborhood of La Ponche, which is the oldest part of Saint-Tropez and is located just below the citadel, and the Place des Lys, where you can experience the local life of the village with its cafes, provincial market, and pétanque players under the plane trees. For cinema lovers, visit the National Gendarmerie, made famous by the films of Louis de Funès. Coming to Saint-Tropez is also about enjoying the beaches. Here, you will find some of the most beautiful beaches on the French Riviera. The city of cinema is undoubtedly a city not to be missed under any circumstances. Before heading to the city, take a detour to La Croix-des-Gardes for a pleasant walk, as Cannes Natural Heritage is as rich and enchanting as its history. We recommend exploring the painted walls, which offer a whole itinerary to follow. Our Lady of Good Voyage Church, a historic building, was the first stop to Emperor Napoleon on his return from the island of Elba. Then head towards Le Suquet, which is actually the old town of Cannes. Near the Place de la Castre, you will find Notre-Dame d'Espérance Church and the Castres Museum, housed in the former medieval castle. The square offers a panoramic view of the city and the hinterland, the Bay of Cannes, and the Estuaire Massif. Past the old port, head to La Croisette, where you will discover the Walk of Fame, and stop in front of the Palais des Festivals for some photos. Enjoy a stroll along La Croisette and admire the facade of its legendary hotels. Finally, you can take a boat to visit the Les Reims Islands. The Verdon Gorge is located in the northern part of Provence. It's the largest canyon in Europe and offers breathtaking landscapes, as you can already witness on the road. It's also an ideal place for family swimming or water sports. We recommend a morning hike in the canyon, but be sure to inquire beforehand, as some hiking paths are not suitable for people with vertigo or children. Watch our dedicated film if you want to learn more. After this morning of hiking, visit the pleasant village of Moustier and Lake Sainte-Croix to go boating, pedaling, or paddleboarding in the middle of the canyon. An absolute unforgettable experience. We hope you enjoyed this guide, and most importantly, that it has inspired you to visit the French Riviera and provided valuable information for planning your own trip. There are so many things to see in this region, and there are many other villages worth exploring, such as Èze, Menton, Cagnes-sur-Mer, Sainte-Agnès, Gassin, just to name a few. In any case, if you want to delve into the details of our daily experiences, do watch our day-by-day films, the links of which are provided in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. See you soon for new discoveries.